It's match day 6 here in Columbus, Ohio. The reigning champions in MLS Next Pro, Columbus Crew 2, welcome in the challengers this afternoon in Inter Miami 2. Hello, family. I'm James Hadnot. Thank you so much for joining us for this matchup here on MLS Season Pass. And for Columbus Crew 2, coming off a loss last time out versus Crown Legacy, they're at home where they have not lost in 11 straight matches. Their last loss coming back on May 29th of last year. And this season, they sit at 5th right now in the Eastern Conference. And for Inter Miami, coming in at 10th overall, just the 6 points on the year. But both sides here with an opportunity to really restart things as we start the month of May next time. And so as we think about Columbus overall as a team, coming off that championship win last year and talking with their head coach this week, Laurent Courtois, he mentioned to me how this year's team is a little bit different as they close the gap from their first team players to their academy and wanting things to be a little bit more even across the line. They have so much talent coming up from that Columbus Crew Academy, and for players like Brent Adu-Giumphy and Stanislav Lobkis, as well as Cole Maroka, those are 3 players that played in the GA Cup and are on this side. Stanislav Lobkis, who was the starting goalkeeper for the U17 side in the GA Cup, he is the starting goalkeeper for Columbus Crew 2. And as you see, the rest of this Crew 2 side in their 3-4-2-1, a player you have to look out for is Gibran Rayo, as well as those 2 other attacking players up front in Coleman Gannon and Marco Micheletto. Micheletto had a goal in this matchup here at home last year when they took on Inter Miami 2 in that tie. Inter Miami ended up with the victory in penalties. And as we look at Inter Miami 2 in their 4-3-3, a 2-3 record on the year and a -3 goal differential. So they're going to look to get on the board, and the player to watch out for is Dairon Reyes. He had the game-winning goal versus Huntsville in that wild matchup at DRV Pink Stadium down in Fort Lauderdale. A 4-3 victory for Inter Miami. And so going up against a big-time team here in Columbus. Gerald Flores blows his whistle. Columbus in the all-black jerseys and yellow numbers. And Inter Miami 2 in the pink tops. We are off here on match day 6 on Apple TV and MLS Season Pass. Ball quickly clipped over and taken in. And CJ Dos Santos. Dos Santos, a first-team signee, down with the second team. Columbus quickly in defense, and that's something we did not see very often in that match versus Crown Legacy. And they were the aggressors for a lot of that first half. And Coach Courtois for Columbus shared with me that he didn't feel like Crown Legacy had a lot of offensive opportunities, did not feel like they had consistent waves of offense, but he did share that he felt his team was opened up 3 or 4 times, and the one time that it hurt Columbus was Patrick Ajiman's go-ahead goal. Ball sent long, headed out for a throw for the away side. Seskok. Again, the idea is over the top, and that was how Columbus was broken down by Crown Legacy. But this week in training, that was the emphasis, ensuring that the back line was not only sufficient but compact and together, that there was consistent communication for those defenders. So the 3 in the back, Xavier Zenge, Tyler Nero, and Abdi Mohammed have to be on their P's and Q's. Nice weighted ball. This one sit back. Inter Miami 2 back on the ball. Lopkis. To Miami 2 now, their first chance to put a bit of pressure on. Ball is out. A throw-in upcoming for Columbus. A turnover. Coming forward is Reyes. Has multiple men with him, still on the ball, and earns his team a corner. So Daron Reyes played very well against Huntsville. And the game-winning goal, as mentioned, in that 4-3 win. A seesaw matchup, to say the least. First chance for Miami from the corner spot. Ball comes in quickly. Clipped in. Still loose. And now things will calm down. Amundsen. Rigoletto lays it off. Cross comes. Coleman Gannon offside. A different pep in the step, though, for Columbus here. 5.5 into this match. Ball trickles out. Keegan Hughes prepares to throw the ball in. Brent Adujiumfi, one of those young players who played well above his years. The last time he came in, when he was substituted, getting the start here today. Amundsen. De Libera. Now Fuson. Excellent footwork, and he hits the crossbar. Back out to Adujiumfi. Another opportunity, and this time the ball will whisk back to the under-17 superstar. And this clearance out for a goal kick. Here it is again. Excellent link up by the two champions from last season. Fuson finds some space, but can't find the back of the net. The crossbar unkind to Noah Fuson, who's an excellent goal scorer. 10 goals last year along with 4 assists, so he can play make as well. beginning for Inter Miami. As the press is broken, how does the away side build out? Wonderful header. Now opportunities for Sunderland. Clips it across and it's cleared away. Xavier Zenge sends it out, but another corner for Inter Miami. The team in Inter Miami had just one goal through the first 3 matches of the season. This ball comes in, headed on frame, just out. Again, Lawson Sunderland got a noggin to it, but it was nodded over. Good pace early on here in this match for both teams. Of course, Columbus, the team at the top, the crown on their head from last season, which was a spectacular one, a plus 40 goal differential throughout the season. And you have players like Jason Russell-Rowe, Isaiah Parente, who both split time with the first team. Going to have a lot of goals. Russell-Rowe, of course, the reigning leader in goals last season. De Libera to Micheletto, trying to make the turn, cannot. Ball cleared back. Excellent clip. Coleman Gannon sends it across. Busan can't cut back towards it. Now Miami on the break. Meek sends it across. And Stanislav Lapkus right there for it. End-to-end soccer starting here in Columbus. Micheletto. Roberts. A little too cute for Noah Fuson, but an excellent idea as Micheletto started to streak through the middle channel. Ball sent long. Destin is offside. And the first time we've seen the offside flag come up, but it just speaks to something that was an emphasis this week after being broken down in behind 4 times in the first half versus Crown Legacy, and Ajiman scoring the game-winning goal. But he had multiple chances to score multiple goals in that first half. So early on, we see the adjustment made from Columbus. And again, with multiple young players here on the pitch for Crew 2. Really an emphasis as well. For Coleman Gannon, Juan Giumpy getting their opportunity. Gannon has already made waves for this side, of course, going back to last season. Trying to make his mark this year. Ball's picked up. Now De Libera. Micheletto accelerates forward, out to Amundsen. Decides not to play the cross. Some good defending there by Sunderland. Miami earns the throw-in. How does Inter Miami decide to attack this Columbus side that's decided to play in the mid-block? Over the top is one idea, but can't give the ball away as they've just done. Now, men racing forward. Coleman Gannon slips it across. Micheletto hits the turf. Poussin still on it. He airmails his shot. Here it is again. That pressure put on by Columbus. Coleman Gannon has the right idea. Micheletto comes, arrives right on time, ends up on the turf. The collision with Abel Caputo. Now another giveaway. Amundsen to Poussin. Too much weight on the ball, looking for his teammate Gannon. So an excellent first 14 minutes plus of action for Columbus. Trying to keep this winning streak. Last team that beat them at home was Rochester back on May 29th. Led the league in home wins last season. And of course, celebrated here on their home field in that victory over St. Louis City to earn MLS Next Pro Championship. Miami on the break. Ball kept in and then signaled out. As Columbus prepares to throw the ball in, I asked Coach Courtois this week, how do you deal with the loss, in which it seemed like your team was on the wrong end of it for the first half, and share with me that the second half was very encouraging because of how they came out to play, not only once the substitutes were made, but from the jump in the second half, and wanted that second half to carry over here to this match, as Otto Giumphi can't catch up to that ball. But the second half, the difference was just being more connected from the back all the way to the front. Also, once that connection was kept, then the team felt the confidence to come forward. There were numerous chances, just no goals, and so execution in the final third was the other sticking point for this week. The team has a chance. Can they execute? Morris sends that past Amundsen. Throw-in coming for Miami. On the Inter Miami side, despite that 4-goal explosion versus Huntsville, they have struggled to score goals this season. So with the way Columbus continues to pressure, and they find an avenue through, as Amundsen takes the ball, it's turned over. And now Miami looking to break once again. Reyes pumps it long. The wind will hold the ball up. They will also be holed up for the offside. Our assistant referee, Jake Brokju, and our second assistant referee, Noah Matos. Our fourth official on the evening is Chris Trefrons. clears it away. Busan is not going to give up. The ball will roll out for a throw. It's the second home match of the season for Columbus, so they're happy to be home. Into Miami, battling. Amundsen can't complete the turn. Battling some weather down in South Florida, so happy to get to Columbus for this match. Zengay all the way across to Hughes. Now out of Giumphi. Sends it in to Fuson. Attempts to use his speed. Gannon takes it away in the box. Nicoletto, an extra ball. The shot, high for Roberts. So again, first you see Fuson not giving up on the play. Gannon doing the same. And then Nicoletto, unselfish. Roberts finding his favorite foot. It's not on frame. So that execution in the final third off the turnover. One other thing to look at, the third offside of the match. And Miami continues to have trouble with this back line. Lopkus, an extra touch, he's out. No shot coming just yet. Now this is Destin, sends it across. The back post run was there for Lucas Meek. And Columbus counting its blessings right now, as this could have been the first for Miami. Now another turnover. The ball rolled back to Lopkus, who will just clear it away. Space opening up and then closed down quickly. And Morris does a fantastic job in defense. Now Nicoletto starts the break. Otto Giumphi can catch up to this one. Plays the cross in and headed away by Nicholas Sesak. First corner of the day now, as the breakout began quickly, and Brent Otto Giumphi just putting it into a dangerous area and forcing the clearance. Excellent from Roberts. The shot is just over. Keegan Hughes came screaming in. Roberts with a fantastic first move, and Hughes just couldn't keep it down. Lopkus does well to keep that in as he clears it away. Now De Libera looking for options, goes to Roberts. Now Amundsen. Morris. Out of Giumphi. Eyeing Nicoletto. And Marco Nicoletto can't keep it off the touchline. Actually called for offside. But again, Columbus has been on the front foot here in this match. They have found a plethora of early chances. Just no goals here at home. several different ways. They've built from the back in the attack. Micheletto is fouled here. Finishing the point, they built from the back. They've also forced turnovers. So defense has turned into an offensive chance. They've built well. Just still searching for that first goal here in this match. And a free kick produced that first moment for the home side. Libera and Roberts discussing things right now. CJ Dos Santos deciding on the wall. And as the training ground play started to commence, play was blown dead by Gerald Flores. So Laurent Courtois has to go into his bag of tricks. Decides to go towards the back post, headed on. And this would be a corner. An extremely treacherous chance. Coleman Gannon will take the corner. Gannon delivers it at the doorstep, and CJ Dos Santos keeps everyone out. Sesok. Converse. Sunderland. And everyone around the ball. Perfectly done. Libera took a ride on the soccer ball. Lopkus there for it. But the offside flag was up. There was one thing you can be pleased about. It has been the defense for Columbus. Poussin slips it to Otto Giampi. Early ball. Excellent idea. Micheletto just couldn't catch up to it. Again, you love the savvy for Brent Otto Giampi. Staying on that right side. Has excellent pace. Wonderful feel for the game. Sunderland is fouled. For a young player, once the physical maturity comes in, he's going to be a fantastic prospect and potential piece for not only this Columbus Crew 2 side, but the first team when given an opportunity. We have seen players come from this Columbus Crew 2 side and make an impact on the first team. Mohamed Farsi is somebody that comes to mind. As Coleman Gannon takes the ball into the 18. Gannon slips it across. Micheletto has his shot take a ricochet. Corner upcoming for Columbus. Option down this left side. Micheletto opts to go towards the turf. Now the ball headed away on this corner. Roberts will watch it roll out for a throw. upcoming. So Nicoletto doing just enough. Earn another corner kick. Those corners starting to rack up for Columbus. Charles Roberts plays it short. Poussin thought he had someone behind him at the near post. No one was there. Columbus will regroup. We enter the 30th minute. No score between Inter Miami 2 and Columbus Crew 2. Slipped. Adujiumfi pushed from behind. Not enough contact to warrant a kick from the spot. A giveaway. Nicoletto. Out to Adujiumfi. There have been 2 instances of that sort. No penalties have been called. No fouls have been called. No penalties have been given. Libera. Much to the chagrin of the home side, Miami given the free kick. Ryan Saylor is upset for the challenge. After everything is discussed, a free kick. Roberts takes over. Numbers are forward. He hits the turf. Amundsen on the ball. Gannon can turn, looking for an avenue. Now, Adujiumfi takes the shot, blocked away. Dos Santos in net, denying Brent Adujiumfi. Nicoletto controls it. Once again, Columbus coming forward. Adujiumfi on the outside of the 18. Slithers in. De Libera has his shot blocked. This bend but don't break mentality has proved true for Miami up to this point. As the rain starting to come down here in Columbus. Opens up for Husan. His pass, not enough mustard on it to make it to his teammate. Nicoletto, right place, right time, almost came up with a turnover. Again, Inter Miami 2 being a little loose with the ball, but they broke it loose here. Into Destin, laid off. The shot high and away by Darren Reyes. That's the first build-up we've seen from Miami. And it just showcases how difficult it has been for this team to score throughout this season. .36th minute between Columbus and Miami. It's been the story of the day. Chances have not come very quickly for Miami. And a yellow card being shown to Lucas Meek. Hunted that ball in frustration. First booking of the day for either side. It's been a frustrating evening for the away side. They tried multiple times to beat Columbus over the top, but the back line for Crew 2 has been sublime. As I say that, heated up a bit. Destin. Columbus Crew 2 have to be happy with how this first half has gone up to this point. The only thing that would be a little bit saddening is the lack of goals.
Miami's number 45.
They've done enough defensively to open up opportunities. Now Roberts V goes for glory. This one is way out. But if you're Columbus, have to find the breakthrough and pay off all of this excellent defense that you put on Miami up to this point. Again, forcing a turnover. Libera. Simon. Now Amundsen. Amundsen has options. Again, the execution in this final third, falling by the wayside. Libera brings the ball back for Columbus. Ball squeaks free to Coleman Gannon. Gannon into the box. Blocked off. The ball comes all the way across to Otto Giampi. Point of attack has switched. Nicoletto. Too far for De Libera. Now the break is on. Destin is deep. Wins the race. But Xavier Zenge does just enough in defense to eke out the attack. Right back on the front foot is Columbus. Roberts takes it himself. Here's the build-up once again. Roberts takes the ball a long way. He does create the space for himself. He had Micheleto right in front of him. I like the aggressiveness. Now Destin wins the race against Zenge. Couple options for Miami. Sunderland slips it to Destin. But the goal comes from Lawson Sunderland. Inter Miami 2 takes the lead on the road. Here it is again. Just a quick ball to Destin. The clearance only as far as Lawson Sunderland, and he sends it home for the first goal of this match. And all it takes is a bit of space. And Inter Miami 2 looked like they were on the wrong end of this first half for a good portion of it, find themselves in front.
Miami goal in the 40th minute.
Now the narrative changes for both sides. Inter Miami 2 hasn't given up a goal up to this point despite all the constant waves. And now free again. Clipped across, no clearance. Micheleto, excellent turn. Now Roberts. All the way forward to Amundsen. Morris joins the attack. Ball just past Fuson. Race is won by LaCava. Jake LaCava lays it off. Long shot does not trouble Stanislav Lopkis. Game has completely opened up now. Inter Miami 2 has defended very well despite giving up a lot of chances. They haven't let in a goal. And that's the name of the game. They have their lead after the goal by Sunderland. Prepares to throw the ball in for Columbus. Gannon. Micheleto. Crew lose ball in their offensive half. Sessok. intended target off the ball. The ideas are there for Columbus. Busan looking for Micheletto, who was coming in behind. Ball trickles out. The early announcement is 1 minute of stoppage time. Ball sent forward now. Zengay clears it away. Inter Miami will be happy with this score for sure. After CJ Dos Santos had to make multiple saves. Ryan Destin being pushed off the ball as it rolls out for a goal kick. But Lawson Sunderland scores the go-ahead goal at this point.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official on the sideline has indicated that there will be a minimum 1 minute added time in the first half.
Son battling. The throwing upcoming for Columbus. Out to work quickly. Busan can't put in a cross. Things to look forward to at the half. A recap of Friday's match as we have the yellow card shown. Rylan Saylor showing the yellow here at the end of the half for time wasting. Have a look back on Friday's matchup between Austin and Minnesota in the Western Conference, as well as we look back to match day 5. But here on match day 6, Miami trying to stun the reigning champions. Have the lead here at the half, 1-0 over Columbus Crew 2. Last week we saw 41 goals in 13 matches and 4 more shootouts, but somehow we also had 7 clean sheets in a busy week. Melissa and Samara take us back through match day 5 with this week's match day 2.
1 versus 0.
Match day 5 saw upsets, streaks ended, shootouts, a lot of them, and so much more. Alongside Samara Perez, I'm Michelle Montaigne with all of the highlights from a crazy week of play.
Speaking of upsets, Crown Legacy FC delivered another one this weekend. This time over the defending MLS Next Pro champs Columbus Crew 2. Striker Patrick Ajimong made the most of a first half break, scoring the game winner and his first of the season in the 23rd minute. With the win, the new kids on the block leapfrogged from 3rd to 1st in the Eastern Conference standings and extended its winning streak to 4.
Back-to-back braces for Atlanta United 2's Nick Firmino resulted in back-to-back wins for the club. His 2 goals this week led ATL United 2 to a win over Chicago Fire FC 2, their second win in as many weeks, following a 3-game winless streak to open the season. Firmino has 5 goals so far on the season, the most in the league, making him a very early Golden Boot favorite. Following closely behind is a 5-way tie for second place with 4 goals apiece.
Down in Houston, we saw a rematch of last year's Western Conference Final. Surprisingly, a similar storyline played out. Roberto Avila put Dynamo 2 ahead with a penalty, and Tacoma Defiance's first goal also came from the spot again. In the end, it was Wade Weber's squad who managed to steal the 3 points thanks to an epic 90th minute comeback goal from defender Gio Miglietti. The 2-1 win marked the Defiance's first win on the road this season.
And across the league, MLS Next Pro saw a historic day, 8 teams taking part in 4 shootouts. It's only the 4th time in the Young League's history that there have been 4 or more shootouts in a single match day. In the West, St. Louis City 2 ended Rapid 2's perfect run, winning the shootout 5-4, following a scoreless match. It was the first time this season Rapids 2 had been kept off the scoreboard during regulation. Galaxy 2 also managed a 5-4 advantage over Austin FC 2 in their shootout. Philadelphia Union 2 saw the same shootout total favor the home team after 3 different players scored for both Union 2 and TFC 2 in regulation. Rounding out the shootouts was maybe the most dramatic of them all, Orlando City B taking an 8-7 shootout win over New York City FC 2, following a game that head coach of OCB, Marquine Carrollman, described as tough as a magic.
They are a good team. They have too much time playing together. They have a good organized game play. So there were moments in the first half, especially that I really like the team, the way that we play.
Well, the way they've played has them still unbeaten at home.
Matchday 5 had remarkable performances all across the league. You can catch all the highlights on MLSNextPro.com. Michelle and I will be back soon with more content, so stay tuned.
Welcome back to Columbus, Ohio. Currently, Crew 2 down to Inter Miami 2, 1-0. Loss in Sunderland had the goal in the 40th minute. And our first half highlights and a recap of Friday's lone match are coming up. Sticking with last week, we saw 3 players with a brace and some clutch match-winning goals into stoppage time. Melissa Montaigne tells us what else was the best from Matchday 5 in this week's edition of The Spotlight.
Following a historic weekend of MLS Next Pro, we're highlighting all the players that stood out following Match Day 5. Getting us started is your MLS Next rising star of Match Day 5, and it's a guy who knows how to make an entrance. Inter Miami CF2's Cesar Abadia Reda. The Inter Miami 2 Academy player, affectionately called Cheche, scored just 20 seconds after being subbed onto the pitch. His impressive dribble around multiple Huntsville City FC defenders set up a solid strike right past the keeper to give his club the first lead of the second half, one they would not give up. He was one of 2 Academy players to score for Inter Miami CF2 en route to their first win in 3 weeks. The MLS Next Pro player of Matchday 5 is a very deserving goalkeeper in the spotlight, Ryan Bilicek. The Timbers 2 keeper registered 7 saves in the team's first clean sheet and their first win of the season. The performance also earned the 22-year-old his first professional victory. And the cherry on top of it all, his parents were there to see him in person for the first time in his professional career. As for the best goal of Matchday 5, well, that goes to his Timbers 2 teammate Selmir Miscic. He booted a laser past a wall of LAFC 2 defenders off of a free kick in the 32nd minute and placed the ball perfectly in the bottom left corner, right beyond the reach of the keeper. The goal garnered almost 50% of the fan vote in the poll. Miscic's strike was one of 2 Portland posted on the day to help the squad earn their first win of the season. Rounding out the honors, the team of Matchday 5 is none other than Vancouver Whitecaps FC2. It's been a long time coming for this team, especially based on the way they've started out this season. Following their match day 5 performance, they are now the league leader in goals with 15 over 5 matches. And that's thanks in large part due to posting the largest goal differential of the day in a 5-2 win over Minnesota United FC2 at home that saw 5 different players find the back of the net. A big shout out to all of this week's Spotlight honorees. The competition keeps getting more and more intense. We're expecting that to continue when we bring you next week's honors.
Inter Miami 2 in front of Columbus Crew 2 here in Columbus, Ohio. 1-0 at the half. And this here, part of match day 6. Match day 6 got started on Friday. The Western Conference leaders were at home as Austin FC 2 hosted Minnesota United FC 2 after a 3-hour delay for hail and thunderstorms. Here's how match day 6 got started down in Austin. For Austin FC2, just share with me how Biraranga attacks the match. 6th straight match on the road in this 4-2-3-1. And at the top is Patrick Way. A false first kick. So we'll have to tango again. And let's dance here in Austin. Sheikh Toure, a little cute, almost loses the ball. And now the ball is lost. Weah, and the shot is blocked by Damian Loss. Emmanuel Iwe was right there. Find their first. Now turning is Weah, slips it to Pacheco, and Minnesota finds its first. A collision. Emmanuel Johnson ends up with it, takes the shot, and ties the match. Burton taking his time and slots it low and away. Leatherman has it blocked by Damian Loss, and Austin takes the penalty shootout. Damian Loss with a hotly contested match between Austin and Minnesota. Austin continues to stay atop the Western Conference after earning the extra point in that match. Now it's time to look forward to match day 7 and some interesting matchups. Of course, Brown Legacy continues to lead the Eastern Conference. They're in action against Orlando City. This Inter Miami squad, if they could finish this one out, would have a test against Atlanta United 2, potentially to have 3 straight wins, and so that will be an interesting matchup as well. North Texas takes on the reigning Western Conference champion St. Louis City 2 and Dynamo 2 against Vancouver. We're here at the half. We'll be back with highlights and stats on MLS Season Pass. We're back here in Columbus, Ohio. Inter Miami 2 takes a late lead on top of the reigning champions in MLS Next Pro Columbus Crew 2. And here is how the first half went down. Columbus Crew 2 had the pressure on for a good portion of that first half. Noah Fuson got things cooking, and this was one that the Crew fans not happy about. The crossbar not making any compadres here in Columbus. Now for Coleman Gannon, slipped it right across. Micheletto takes a lot of contact, goes down, nothing comes of it as Fuson sends that over. And so a lot of this is gonna be Columbus. Charles Roberts with the excellent move, and the ball sent over by Keenan Hughes. And Miami had a couple chances, but Coleman Gannon was always on the prowl, always making things difficult. Micheletto has this one blocked away. And for Columbus, they continued to press after, looking for that first goal, but just could not find it in the final third. And then for Miami, it only took a bit of magic. Destin snuck through Sunderland, put the ball in for the goal, and Inter Miami took the lead and has the lead here at the half. And they lead 1-0 on top of Columbus Crew 2. Here are your first half stats. And Columbus will be looking at that first half thinking, what could they have done differently? 8 shots, just the 1 on target. Inter Miami 2 had 5 shots, 2 on target, 1 in the back of the net. And when you think about things for Inter Miami 2, defensively, they took on a lot of pressure but did not allow any goals. And so in the second half, can they continue that same type of bend but don't break mentality, or can Columbus find that breakthrough? And conversely, for Columbus, you did so well defensively for probably 43 minutes of that first half, but that 2 to 3 minute spell in which Miami was able to break you down and earn the goal, how does that mess with the psyche of the team? And I talked with Coach Laurent Courtois this week and asked him, how did the team feel at half when they were down 1-0 versus Crown Legacy? And he said that we just went into the locker room and basically reconnected what was disconnected in the first half. We allowed for too many chances over the top and around the back. We were broken up. And so when we were broken down, we just allowed those chances, and we can't have those in this next match. And for a good portion of that half, they did not allow those chances. And so really on the giveaway, it was just an excellent play as Sunderland laid the ball off to Destin, continued to run towards net, and had the ball after the quick clearance. So as we start the second half, no subs for either team. And so the players to look out for still for Columbus Crew 2 have to think about Noah Fuson and Coleman Gannon. Gannon down the left side was always an open space, cut the ball back once to Marco Micheletto. He couldn't get on the end of it, and had another ball that he cut across that had a chance to be put on frame. So definitely have to look for him down the left side here in the second half. Charles Roberts, the 5th, who joined in on the attack, went for goal himself. He had a ball he could have dropped off to Marco Micheletto. So if he can enter into that middle channel, he can be a difference maker. And as Inter Miami 2 starts things here in the second half, they're going to look to hold on to this lead and knock off the reigning champions here in the league. Second half action here on MLS Season Pass. Ryan Destin tracking behind Xavier Zinke. Bobkis sends it to Hughes. Roman upcoming. for Miami. And if you're into Miami too, here early in the half, do you look for a second? You have players like Jake LaCava, as well as Lucas Meek, who is on a yellow card. Both have goals on the season. Tyron Reyes, the player we pointed out early in this match, he had the game-winning goal versus Huntsville, so plenty of offensive options. And the ball is down. Destin can't reel it in. And what footwork from Amundsen. Now Coleman Gannon can't reverse field. And now the foul called. Deep free kick for Columbus here early in the second half. For Columbus, a team that at home last season had a big goal differential. You see Roberts, Micheletto, close quarters passing, turns into a corner. There were some big time wins at home last season. 9-0 victory over Cincinnati. So there were big time W's for this Columbus Crew side. Have to find that same magic here if they want to keep that winning streak. Gannon, out swinging ball, punched away. Locates Fuson, but too much power on the pass. Fuson could not handle it. Gannon takes it himself. CJ Dos Santos on it. Took a look to his left and a look to his right, decided he was the better option. And a sure-handed stop for Dos Santos as Micheletto was awaiting any type of spillage. CJ Dos Santos coming up through the Philadelphia Union Academy system, which is known for putting out top talent. Top talent in their academy system now. Micheletto, not far off, required a save from Dos Santos. And that's why he's been a member of the U17 and U20 U.S. Men's Youth National Team, because of saves like this. Another quick corner, second of the half. Gannon, another out-swinging ball, headed away. And now off and running is Reyes. Runs out of real estate. Roberts, too much weight on that pass, looking for Gannon. So a very open start to this second half. If you're Columbus, trying to look for answers here at this point of the season. Fuson, right to Roberts, finds space, hits his own teammate. It's been that type of day on the offensive end. Wonderfully done just to open up. And Charles Roberts, the fourth, was blocked. A little bit of friendly fire. Nicoletto still on the ball. Space opens up for him. Closed down by Noah Allen. Another corner coming for Columbus. Asked head coach Laurent Courtois about the young players for the side, and he said there was going to be some growing pains, but their ambition always rings true. Believes highly in what is being built. This ball comes in, down to Gannon. Still slithering forward, all across to Zengay, couldn't get it. Now Roberts clips it in. This time it's reeled in by Dos Santos. Coleman Gannon, very slippery. We'll see it here as this ball is rebounded. First move was wonderful. This one even better. And Zengay rising up, just could not knot it in. And on the second ball, Dos Santos was privy to it. And again, excellent energy from Columbus. As this ball's left off for Reyes, sent in, and then cleared away by Morris. You can speak at length about the chances and the chance creation. It seems like on the few counterattack opportunities that Inter Miami has had, they have been equally dangerous. Short corner taken to Reyes. The entrance angle changed. Lopkis easily grabs it. Tomlinson finds Gannon down the left wing. Tomlinson continues his run, which opens up the space for Gannon. As he ran out of said space, he looked to go back, and no one was there. Mentioned Coleman Gannon and what he's done going back to last season. Of course, had a big-time goal in that Eastern Conference Final versus Toronto. One that will be remembered for a long time here in Columbus, Ohio. And that went into extra time. 2 Columbus goals. As Columbus won that match and then made their way to the cup final. Makaba. Now to the goal scorer, Sunderland, who has it taken away. Adu Giamfi keeps it in, and then it just rolls out. Inching forward. You can just tell how compact Inter Miami is not allowing for anything to enter into the middle. Adu Giampi earns the 1-2 ball back. Micheletto on the inline, reverses field. Roberts opens up, stays on the ball. And again, just too much. Too many people in the mix. Or Roberts was in quicksand. Nowhere to go. Now a giveaway. Zengay quick to it. I asked Coach Courtois, he mentioned that defensively, there were plenty of opportunities for Crown Legacy to attack, so the goal was to close down any and all attack windows. Throughout the first half, that was done. Prior to the goal, now Columbus on the move once again. Micheletto right to Roberts. And again, a lot of bodies near the ball. No shot. Zengay comes in from his center back position. Fuson spinning, can't control the ball. Zengay still in there. And now play stop for the foul. There's the challenge from Xavier Zengay, which earns the foul. The difference between this year's team and last year's team, just wanted to orient some younger players. Last year felt the gap was too big. They've been able to bridge that gap this season, and that brings a different set of challenges. Last year, when you bring in a different group of players, just making sure they're incorporated into the system and knowing what you have early on, that tends to come a little bit quicker. Now, turning is Reyes, leaves it for LaCava. Stanislav Lapkus is on it. Sunderland can't win the battle with Morris. Columbus controls. Those are those eerie moments for the home side. After doing so much good, one of those balls could squeak free and turn into a second opportunity for Miami. Micheletto has his pass blocked. Pass coming to Fuson. Dos Santos on it. And again, brilliant ideas. Dos Santos saw that the entire way. Had to have been a perfect pass. The ball will pendulum around. Sailor. times last season. As Fuson boxes his man out to keep possession. Decides to go on his own. He can't put a good shot on frame. Micheleto scored in that match last season. This team needing a goal here if they want to keep their long winning streak alive at home. Morris sends it in. It's cleared away by Abel Caputo. So after 4 quick corners early in the half, another corner coming for Columbus Crew 2. They've showcased multiple ways to attack the defense from this corner spot. Played it short. This ball comes in. Cleared away. Back to De Libera. Now Roberts. Sends it to Zengay. De Libera. Again, too many bodies around him. And the break is on. Stanislav Lopkis makes the run defensively to close things down. Ryan Destin looked down and looked up. Thought he was going to be free. And that was one thing that Coach Courtois said about Lopkis. I asked about him specifically because of his age and really his role on this team. And he said that that is one thing we want him to do more of. Coming off his line and seeing things before they develop. Reyes slips it out wide to LaCava. As he raced towards goal, he was closed down. Reyes, once again, plays past with Allen. Miami calmly plays it around the park. In no rush, holding on to this 1-goal lead. Reyes. Miami doing a good job here. Just taking the air out of the ball, looking for a pass of this nature. And Lopkis does well to let it roll in the box. Morris playing with fire on the in line, on the touchline. The substitute preparing to come in. Cameron Johnson coming in for one of the 2 men on the yellow. Lucas Meek. picked up his yellow card back in the 36th minute. So he is now out of the match. Cameron Johnson comes on. The other player with the yellow is Ryan Saylor. He picked his up in the 45th minute for time wasting at the end of the half. For Columbus, as this match wears on, definitely have substitute options of their own. Players like Cole Maroka, Aiden Wolf, and Ariel Mabumba. Maroka, who plays in the midfield, can pull the strings and find Fuson or Micheletto. Came on playing match versus Crown Legacy. It was a jolt of energy for Columbus. Oliveira eyes Gannon out to Amundsen. Amundsen. And again, as soon as the ball comes in tight, Miami becomes a little tighter. Just excellent defensive discipline from Inter Miami when things slow down, keeping everything in front of them, closing down any avenues to attack. Reyes races forward as Destin, but leaves it off to Johnson. Miami has their second, and the substitute makes quick work once coming in. Again, simply done. One ball allows for Reyes to work his way forward, jumps on side, does Johnson, and a clinical finish for Cameron Johnson to give Inter Miami 2 a 2-0 lead. For Miami, they've only needed a couple moments. And just echoing what was discussed this week with Coach Courtois, saying that throughout our match against Crown Legacy, we didn't find ourselves in a bad position very often, but the 2 or 3 times that we did, it turned into big-time opportunities. And you feel the same way here. Otto Giampi on the ball. Gannon can't sneak forward. Feel the same way here. Inter Miami 2 has not had a lot of opportunities, but when they've had them, they've taken advantage. Reyes leaves it for LaCava. On the wide side, Jake LaCava lays it off. Too much weight on that ball, so Sunderland will track it down. LaCava looks to the assistant referee. Ball rolls out. So multiple subs preparing to come in. Clay Holstad, Jordan Knight, Cole Maroka, and Mateo Burnberry all coming in.
Columbus substitution. Exiting the match, number 53, Brent Edugianfi. Number 22, Marco Micheletto. Number 33, number 29, Ian Watson. Entering the match, number 8, Craig Olson. Number 17, Jordan Knight. Number 29, Mateo Bumbury. Number 49, Komoroka.
Off and running now, Columbus with their newly instituted subs. Shot, blocked, and held on to by Dos Santos. Mateo Burnberry quickly came in and got busy. Now a bad giveaway, 4-on-4. Gannon, Maroka, yes sir! Cole Maroka puts his team on the board, 2-1. Again, the press still on, and the pressure evident. Gannon, calm under pressure, and Cole Maroka, the substitute, very wise with the attempt despite his age, and scores for Columbus.
Cool! The goal was assisted by number 11, Coleman Gannon.
Jordan Knight earns a corner. Similar to what we saw versus Crown Legacy. Once the subs came in, it seemed like the energy level was ratcheted up to a different notch. Now Coleman Gannon prepares for the corner. Ball is sent in. Mateo Burnberry was there. CJ Dos Santos came out off his line, but the ball rolled off and out. Corner was taken quickly. Maroka heads it back. Knight trying to make the steal, and De Libera will track it down. Gannon still on the ball. Slips it into Maroka. Columbus still on the ball. Roberts the fourth, lays it off to Cole Maroka. His attempt out, earning his team a corner. Mentioned his play in the GA Cup. Cole Maroka was one of the best midfielders on the field, and with teams from across the pond, like Manchester United and Arsenal, as well as Brazilian sides like Palmeiras and Flamengo, Maroka stood above the rest. He's one of the best midfielders throughout the entire tournament. Comes in here in minimal minutes, makes the impact. Now, ball comes in off the corner. Headed down, punched around, and then cleared. Busan and Burnberry were there. Tense moments now for Inter Miami 2. Roberts slithers in, but a wall put up by the away side. Again, Dos Santos right on his line, sent it out. Now Brian Destin will not win that race. Keegan Hughes clears it back to Lobkus. 2-1. Inter Miami on top of Columbus Crew 2. We've had 2 goals in a matter of 10 minutes here in the second half. And after going down 2-0, substitutes coming in. Cole Maroka, one of them, scored. Now Maroka on the ball. Lays it off to Fuson. Sent across the box. Gannon has it stopped by Dos Santos. And again, we see Maroka in the action. Fuson has moved to more of a wide role after playing up front for most of the match. Now Burnberry free, blocked away by Dos Santos as he's clocked in here, having to put in a lot of work in this spell of play. Holstad clips it across, headed away just as far as Jordan Knight, who lets one fly. CJ Dos Santos starting to flex his muscles a little bit more here in this match in net. This is just perfect positioning. 78th minute between Inter Miami and Columbus. Inter Miami trying to stop this long winning streak at home for the reigning champions here in the league. Busan can't find that one. Allen tosses it in. Cleared away for the moment. Now Destin sends it out wide to Cameron Johnson. Johnson too handsy. Busan racing forward once again. Slips it. Bunbury! OMG! But he's called offside in what would have been maybe the goal of the year. But it's the goal that was not. Columbus has been in overdrive here in this second half since instituting those subs. Jordan Knight slips free, still on the ball. Holstad has it back, finds Knight. And everyone on the Columbus side appealing for a handball. Busan being held, and that will be a free kick. And Noah Allen shown a yellow card. Substitutes preparing to come on.
A yellow card has been issued to Miami's number 32, Noah Allen.
Cesar Abeda Reda comes in, and Farid Sarsar both come on. Joseph Converse is off, and Dairon Reyes off as well. Roberts sends it in. Ball is down for De Libera. As the ball squirts free and out. Roberts quickly puts it back in play.
Double substitution for Miami. Excellent bench, number 47.
Has it back. Slips it to Bunbury. Busan! Yes! Columbus has tied this match. Again, Maroka in the mix, slips it right to Bunbury. Extra pass, unselfish, and Noah Fuson flips this match on its head. Chance creation was at a high level in the first half. Chance completion at a different level here in the second half for Columbus Crew 2. And the home side has tied things here in the 83rd minute. Now, De Libera on it for Crew 2. Coleman Gannon sent it wide. It was stopped off. Now Cameron Johnson with space and opportunity for Miami. This is Jake LaCava. Overcooks it. And Stanislav Lapkis will place it, preparing for the goal kick. Again, LaCava, not the best angle on his non-favored foot. Ball given away. LaCava quickly takes the shot. That does not trouble the goalkeeper. Gannon. Forward to Jordan Knight. Both were on the field in that stunner versus Toronto. Jordan Knight sends it back into play. And CJ Dos Santos steals it out of the air. Jordan Knight taking on the entire side by himself and almost play the ball back. Reda can't locate a teammate. Ball kept in. Saw Reda, the MLS Next Player of the Week, scoring a goal in very quick fashion versus Huntsville. LaCava takes his time now. Works back to Sunderland. Scored the first goal of this match. '86th minute. Columbus has battled back from a 2-0 lead. Check that 2-0 deficit here in this match. Cameron Johnson can't squeak forward. And now Coleman Gannon on it for Columbus. Keeps the ball and does well as the field reversed all the way to Holstad. Bunbury. Now De Libera. Jordan Knight on the wide side with excellent pace. Sends the ball in. His target was Fuson. As Holstad tried to track it down. Ball is out for a throw. Bad turnover. Moroka and keep it. Holstad takes over for Columbus. De Libera makes the turn. Knight. Blocked off well. Corner coming for Columbus as we wind things down here in regular time. Coleman Gannon, with the sun in his eyes, prepares for this corner. Sent in. Bunbury! Columbus takes the lead after being down 2 goals, and they lead 3-2 on top of Inter Miami 2. What a showing for these substitutes who have come on and turned up for the home side. So many different players coming on for this side, all 4 coming in at the same time. Mateo Bunbury, Paul Moroka, and Jordan Knight, all coming in at the same time. Moroka had the first goal. Moroka then played the ball forward to Fuson for the second. And in the 88th minute, Mateo Bunbury is now pushing and shoving starting to come into play. Here it is again. Sunderland, and that's what Fuson was not happy about. The extra kick at the end. And now Noah Fuson, who was going after Sunderland, who made that kick. Now time continues to trickle off. Will be added back on. And the yellow shown to both Fuson and Sunderland for their actions. The two are still conversing. Sunderland and Gannon talk about it after. So as we wind past 90 minutes, 3 minutes of stoppage time has been announced. Fuson pushed as the ball rolls out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official on the sideline has
upcoming
indicated that there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of added time in the second half.
Roberts makes the turn. Ball kept in the corner. And now taken away by Miami. What a change of events. After going up 2-0, Paul Moroka scores in the 72nd. Then plays the assist to Noah Fuson in the 82nd. In the 88th, Mateo Bunbury gives Columbus the lead. Now Miami searching for answers here. Down a goal. On the road. Zenge attempts to clear. Rada. Sit wide to Sarsar. Throw-in upcoming for Columbus. Sunderland makes the quick turn, but Columbus takes the ball away. Thought the break might be on for some insurance, but not necessary at this point. The clock, the friend of Columbus. Ball sent high and wide. Abeda Rada does take contact, and that will be a yellow card. Shown to Jordan Knight. Interesting moment here for Inter Miami 2. Maybe the last gasp. Nicholas Zesak and Cesar Abeda Rada stand behind this free kick. We have reached our minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time. Zesak sends it to the back post. It rolls out, and a goal kick is awarded. The final whistle is blown, and Columbus comes back here at home and takes the W 3-2 on top of Inter Miami. Our man of the match, presented by Adidas, is Mateo Bunbury with this header in the 88th minute to take the lead that Columbus would not relinquish. And in what some might think was improbable fashion, Columbus had the chances throughout this match, and the execution was all that was needed. Come back and win it here at home, 3-2 over Inter Miami 2. Substitutes had a big piece of this win. Paul Maroka with the goal in the 72nd minute, the assist to Noah Fuson in the 82nd, and you just saw Mateo Bunbury with the game-winning goal. Thank you so much for joining us here for match day 6. Columbus with the win, 3-2. My name is James Hadnot saying have a great evening and good night.